Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and I am doing the New Moon in Taurus reading, which is on the last day of April. We're already in Taurus season, so shout out to all the Taurians out there. We're already in Taurus season. Now, took my notes while I was doing my pre-shuffle. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. I am doing a Bronze Infinity Cross reading for this, so this may take a minute. They can take 30 to 45 minutes, give or take. It depends. Also, there's some music blasting in the background, so discard that. All right. Now, for the pre-shuffle energy, what I was picking up, there's a lot of room for love during this period. A lot of room for soulmate energy. Don't forget, Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus deals with love. Also, Venus deals with abundance. If you're familiar with the tarot deck, the Venus is related to the Empress of the tarot deck. And it's about fertility. It's about new ideas. It's about pregnancy. If somebody is looking to get pregnant, or if you're not looking to get pregnant, then you know what to do. But that could be playing a role as well. But one thing that really stood out to me, and this is sort of the new moon in Taurus energy bleeding over into the full moon in Scorpio that is happening in the middle of May. I'm titling this Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. The reason I'm doing that is because during this period, I feel like old things will come up. And when I say old things, meaning habits that may have been considered toxic to you at one point in time. Now, not everything that comes up for you will be toxic. You have to use discernment. That's where you have to remove the emotion out of things and approach it from a very logical standpoint. Like, okay, did this benefit me or did this hurt me? You have to be in that energy. I will say that commitment is available to you, whether it is someone looking to commit in a relationship, or if you are finally going to commit on doing something. Let's say that you are ready to commit that you're moving out of a city. You're going to do that. You're like, okay, I'm going to start preparing now. I'm committing today. I will be out of the city within 1 year. You're finally making the commitment. You're finally laying the groundwork. You're finally doing what needs to be done. Or it could be, oh, I'm going back to school. I want a degree in, I don't know, engineering. I'm just picking something. I want a degree in engineering. That's what I want. I'm committing to it. I'm about to start researching the courses. I'm going to start researching the community colleges, their transfer programs, who has the best engineering program at the community colleges in my area, and then transferring maybe later to a larger institution if you want to do that, so on and so forth. You're doing the research, you're putting in the work, and you're making it happen. You're making the commitment is what you're doing. Going back to check yourself before you wreck yourself. With the things that are considered toxic that might be pulling at you during the month of May, it is up to you. You're the only one who can make the change. It's almost like that song by Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. And yes, it's Man in the Mirror. Obviously, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. You know what I'm saying. And in that song, he's like, I'm the one who can make the change. And that's what it's about. You have to realize, number one, that you can't always look for someone to save you. You can't do that. Sometimes you can only depend on the divine, or God, the light, Jehovah, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you can only depend on the divine and yourself. That is it. it isn't a situation where someone's always going to come in and rescue you. Sometimes you have to rescue yourself and just pray that you get the guidance that you need. There's plenty of room for happiness. I can tell you right now, lots of things are going to come back because during the pre-shuffle, the Judgment card came out twice. The Judgment card is about second chances. Again, not everything that comes back is considered toxic. Some things may be good for you, where it didn't work out the first time that you dealt with it, but now, due to fate, because the Wheel of Fortune came out too, due to fate, it has come in again. Also, Mercury goes retrograde on May the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. And don't forget, with Mercury retrograde, things come back around to give you the opportunity to close out the cycle properly, or to start over again and start fresh, anew, with whatever the situation or the person is. So keep that in mind too. But going back to the check yourself before you wreck yourself, you don't want to let any toxic habits drag you down. You don't want to do that, especially when you have the opportunity for so much happiness and so much abundance during this period. Don't let anyone tell you differently. There's a lot of room for happiness. There's a lot of room for wish fulfillment. Also, unlimited ideas came out during the pre-shuffle. But right after that, do the work followed. I'm sure you heard the saying, faith without works is dead. You can have all the ideas in the world, but if you don't put any action behind those ideas, then they don't come into fruition. So you have to put in the work to make those ideas happen. It just doesn't happen by thinking about it. It takes action. The last 6 letters in the word attraction is action. Some of you are manifesting these opportunities that are coming to you because you're putting in the work. You're in that magician energy, whether you're manifesting a new relationship, whether you're manifesting a new job, whether you're manifesting a new home, a new car, a new relationship with your family, whatever it is, something that brings you happiness, whatever is your wish fulfillment, you're in the process of manifesting that. As long as you are putting in the work, that will more than likely come to pass. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the reading. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just the person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. You know your life better than I ever could. Also, one of the decks that I'm using, it called to me more than likely because of the whole Venus thing. Because don't forget, Venus deals with sensuality. One of the decks I'm using is the Monera deck. And the Monera deck is a very sensual and almost lascivious deck. So if certain images would offend you, this isn't the reading for you. So that's one of the decks I'm using. So just a little heads up on that. So I'm using 3 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks. Let me go ahead and get started with the oracle decks and start the Bronze Infinity Cross. May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus. May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus. May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus. Also, some of you may be going through a purification period, or you've already went through a purification period where you had to be in solitude for a while to help rid yourself of some of the toxic habits or toxic things that were attached to you. If you haven't went through that process, you may find yourself going through that process to get rid of those things. Because again, if you let the toxic things overtake you, then that will create an issue for you. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So let me pull this quick. May I have 3 cards, please, for the, thank you. Okay. Too many fell out. That's why I didn't take it. May I have 2 more cards, please? Thank you. 2 cards came out again. Wow, they really want 2 cards in the middle. Okay, I'm doing these in the middle, these 2 cards in the middle, and then I'm going to take 1 more. And this, at the heart of the matter, is exactly what I was talking about. Okay. This card fell out: delight and blessings, happiness, and openness. Like, all of these cards fell out. I'm not taking all of these, obviously. I'm going to stick with delight, but blessings and happiness. So this is an opportunity in community, too, as well. In openness. So these are the things. At the bottom of the deck, pleasure. Didn't I tell you, some of you, if you haven't had any type of physical contact with someone in a while, don't be surprised if it happens. Because, and now the Marvin Gaye song is playing through my head, let's get it on. So, yeah. Just know that physical contact is definitely on the plate. All right, so the first card that came out is leadership. It came out reversed. I'm not big on reversals. Something is telling me to tell you, when you step up, believe in yourself. There is nothing worse than an insecure leader. There's nothing worse than an insecure leader. You have to believe that you can lead. Don't let your insecurities get the best of you. And this is going back to what I was talking about before. When you're looking in the mirror, it's like, what do you see? Do you see a strong person, or do you see a person that folds very easily? What do you see when you look into the mirror? Do you see a leader, or do you see a follower? Because if you're in a leadership role, you can't be a follower, because the people are following you. So if you're following someone else, who's going to lead everyone? You may be called to leadership for a reason, and you're going to have to lead. So some of you may be taking on leadership roles. At the heart of the matter, so far, is new beginnings and focus. That's what I was talking about earlier on this check yourself before you wreck yourself. You will have to focus on the things that are going to bring you happiness and delight. You're going to have to focus on the things that will move you forward in life. You can't focus on the things that will take you backwards. It doesn't help you any. You have to focus on what moves you forward, because right now, this is the time of new beginnings. Don't forget, this is Empress energy. This is Venus energy that we're dealing with here. This is an opportunity for ideas to be given birth, for you to give birth to your ideas, to bring your ideas, to help them materialize, to bring them to life. But you have to focus, and you have to lead. And if you do that, you will take part in delight. You'll be able to enjoy things. All right, let me get my other deck. I'm using my Angels of Abundance Oracle deck because obviously Venus deals with abundance as well. May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus? May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus? May I have the energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have 3 cards for the collective, please? May I have 3 cards for the collective? Thank you. This says abundance mindset. First card to come out. It says, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. Abundance mindset. So it isn't, oh, I'll have that in the future. Look at it as if you already have it. Going back to the manifesting, that's part of manifesting. Part of manifesting is you already have it. If you want to start doing the attitude of gratitude, start being thankful and grateful for something that you want, but say it as if you already have it. Let's say that you want a 2022 Toyota Corolla. I'm just picking a car here. Then say, I'm so thankful and grateful that you gave me that 2022 Toyota Corolla. Even though it may not be in your driveway yet. And still, go to the Toyota dealership. And this isn't a thing for Toyota. I don't even drive Toyota. But I'm just saying, go to the Toyota dealership and test drive the Toyota Corolla. Go ahead and do it. Already say, I'm thankful for the 2022 Toyota Corolla that I have. And stay in that mindset. Stay in that, because that is abundance mindset. And that's just an example. Whatever it is that you want, already be in that mindset that you have it, that it is yours to have. Right, may I have another card for the collective, please? May I have another card for the collective, please? Thank you. Power of prayer is at the heart of the matter. Some of you need to pray. Some of you aren't praying enough. Let me read this. It says, give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. That's at the heart of the matter. So I'm going back to the focus. Some of you need to really focus on praying as well, with helping bring in not just action, but also praying and action to bring in what it is that you want. That's something that you need to consider. May I have another card, please? Two card. No, okay, that's too many. Too many. May I have just one card, please? May I have just one card, please? One card for the collective. New Moon in Taurus. May I have one card, please? Thank you. Block out distractions. I mentioned earlier that some of you might be going into solitude. And also going back to the heart of the matter with the focus at the heart of the matter. This is one of the cards on the outside. Block out distractions. Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out. So block out distractions. This is going back to the heart of the matter, which is focus. That is something that you have to do. So yeah, this is all coming together. I love it. At the bottom of the deck, we have savings. At the bottom of the deck, we have savings. It says, as you constantly save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life's purpose. All right, let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards right quick. I am using the Monera deck. May I have the energy for the collective for the new moon in Taurus? Energy for the collective for the new moon in Taurus. Energy for the collective for the new moon in Taurus. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have the energy for the collective for the new moon in Taurus? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Energy for the collective. Too many. Energy for the collective for the new moon in Taurus. May I have a card, please? Thank you. All right. 5 of Pentacles energy. And this is just disgusting. 5 of Earth. I'm telling you right now, some of you need to get out of this lack mindset. Is what you need to do. Some of you need to get out of this lack mindset. You have to have an abundance mindset. And that's where focus and prayer come in. Focus and prayer come in order to be in that abundance mindset. The light is here for you. It is already here for you. All right. May I have another card, please? Wow, 2 cards came out. We have 7 of Pentacles reversed. And we have 6 of Pentacles reversed. I told you I'm not big on reversals. And it's interesting because both of this is Taurus energy. 6 of Pentacles in the upright is about a sudden cash infusion. 7 of Pentacles, and it can be inheritance, things of that nature. It can be about balancing things out. 7 of Pentacles can be about investment. Be careful where you put your money during this period. Be sure to focus. And also, I know this is old school. You always hear the saying where some people say sometimes, they always say, pray on it. If a deal comes to you involving money, some type of investment, and you're not sure, pray on it first. Really, you should pray on it anyway, on anything that you do. But definitely, any type of investment, be sure to pray on it. Again, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Get rich quick schemes is not the ticket. It's not the ticket. It's not what you want to invest in. Be careful of anything, because this is at the heart of the matter, so this is important. Be careful of anything that sounds too good to be true. I'm not saying that it can't be. I'm just saying you want to pray on it, you want to do your due diligence, and so on and so forth, is what you want to do. Again, check yourself before you wreck yourself. There's a lot of abundance here. There's the light here. It's available to you. You just have to focus. There's new beginnings here. I just heard self-sabotage too. Be careful about self-sabotage as well. Be careful about self-sabotage. May I have another card, please? 3 cards came out. We have the Queen of Wands we have the Magician, and we have the Moon. So the Queen of Wands, we have the Magician, and the Moon. For this, one thing that I can say, be careful on anything dealing with the physical. Be careful who you allow into your energy. Be careful who you allow into your energy. Some of you may be meeting someone around the full moon, which is going to be in the middle of May. I don't know the exact date off the top of my head, but the full moon is in Scorpio is the middle of May. So be mindful of that. Also, something just said to me, the person that you deal with, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This may be someone you've dealt with before, and they may come back into your life, and they may want to see you in person. Be mindful of what type of energy they bring. If you feel the individual was toxic before, they might still be toxic, is what I'm picking up. For others of you, this is just saying that you're very magnetic at this time. And the energy that I'm picking up is that it's really going to turn on when the full moon hits in May. Like you're really going to be in demand. And for those of you who you may not feel like you're in demand right now, you'll really be in demand more than likely the middle of May. Also, for some of you, I feel this energy as your urges really come to the surface during this full moon. Where some of you might have been trying to suppress how you feel physically, how you feel like your physical needs, it's really going to come to the surface around the full moon in Scorpio. Like you're not going to be able to contain it anymore. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. At the bottom of the deck, we have King of Air. This is the third time the King of Air has come out, which is King of Swords. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And Earth energy throughout all of this, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus with the Pentacles, with Queen of Wands, obviously fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Magician is Virgo, Aquarius. The moon is Cancer, Scorpio. Not Cancer, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces. See, I said Scorpio and it's a full moon in Scorpio. But yeah, Cancer, Pisces for the moon card. But yeah, King of Air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Some of you could be dealing with any of these signs that I mentioned, or you can have them in your chart. Also, with the King of Air, this is a very logical approach to something. This is an approach where they're taking the emotion out of it. And that's really how you need to approach things going into the month of May. Take the emotion out of it and see how you want to accomplish your goals. And really do an audit of what works for you and what does not work for you is what we're looking at. So, all right, let me get the other tarot deck here. Energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus. Energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus. Energy for the collective, for the new moon in Taurus. Also, something just said to me, not everything that glitters is gold. I just heard that. 2, maybe going back to the investment things. If you're thinking about buying some gold, make sure the company's on the up and up. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have a card, please? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Thank you. Two of Pentacles on the outside. At the heart of the matter, Three of Cups. There's some type of celebration that's going to be available to you. Don't forget, also at the heart of the matter was new beginnings. You can make it to your new beginning. You really, really can. But the other thing at the heart of the matter was focus. It's going to be about focusing. It's also going to be about prayer. It's also going to be about discernment when it comes to bad business decisions, bad money decisions. You have to make good decisions with your money. You have to make, and Pentacles aren't just about money. Pentacles are anything related to the 3D. So it can be your health. It can be your job. It can be family. Anything in the 3D world, you have to make good decisions. That is what this boils down to. You have to make good decisions. If you are able to focus and make good decisions and pray, new beginnings will happen and celebration will come. Three of Cups energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is Cups energy. Some of you could be that sign or have it in your chart or dealing with that sign or those signs. May I have another card, please? Thank you. Too many. Actually, that's two. I'll take them. So we have the Moon again. And the King of Swords again. This is the fourth time. The King of Swords came out twice in the pre-shuffle. And now the King of Swords has come out twice during the main reading. You are going to have to be very, very logical about the moves you make in order to see through the illusions. You're going to have to be logical to see through the illusions. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Remove the emotion out of it. What's at the bottom of the deck? Seven of Coins again, but it's in the upright on this deck. So Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles. You're going to have to see through the illusions is what's going to have to happen. And make the right investments. You're going to have to invest. It goes back to the Easter reading. Deciding where to put your energy. What are you investing in? There's room for celebration here and new beginnings and delight. And also, don't forget at the bottom of the deck, on one of the oracle decks, was pleasure. Too. There's room for all of that stuff here. You just have to make the right decisions. And you have to see through the illusions. Two. Now, I will throw this out there. Since this King of Swords keeps on coming out, and with this moon, some of you may be meeting an air sign around the full moon. Or you may be having some type of, where you already know them, something may be happening with them. Maybe something physically happening with them around the full moon. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. All right, and then the final deck, which I'm just going to do one card for the heart of the matter. What is it that the collective needs to know for the new moon in Taurus? What is it that the collective needs to know for the new moon in Taurus? What is the energy for the collective for the new moon in Taurus? What is it that the collective needs to know for the full moon, for the new moon in Taurus? Something just said to me, some of the goals that you set will be accomplished by the full moon in Taurus. It's a new moon right now, so it's Scorpio in May, Sagittarius in June, Capricorn in July, Aquarius in August, Pisces in September. Aries in October. Taurus in November. I think that's about right. So I believe the full moon in Taurus will be in November. So more than likely, some of these goals that you're setting, some of these things that you're committing to, as long as you focus and as long as you do the work, put in the work, you will accomplish it by November. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, man, have a card for the heart of the matter, to add to the heart of the matter. New moon in Taurus. What is it that the collective needs to know? Thank you. 2 cards came out, okay? First card is 2 of coins, again, and you notice, in this one, it's making the infinity sign. Which also, this is giving me yin and yang. It's giving me abundance, and it's giving me balance as well. So balance and abundance, 2 of coins. And then the other one is King of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. King of Cups, at the heart of the matter. This is about being in control of your emotions, which is why a lot of things you will have to approach as a King of Swords and take the emotion out of it. Bottom of the deck, 3 of coins. 3 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. 3 of Pentacles is about recognition. Based off of the work that you've done. 3 of Pentacles can also be about contracts too. Some of you might be signing new contracts throughout the next 6 months. 3 of Pentacles can also be about working with others. And again, Pentacles is the 3D. Anything in the 3D world. And Pentacles deal with Earth. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So that's kind of interesting that we have that there. I'm looking at something here. Because you have 3 of Cups at the heart of the matter, and you have a 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck. So I feel for some of you, if you haven't been around people that much, you might find yourself being around people more over the next 6 months. Just throwing that out there. Whether you want to or not. Just throwing that out there. So yeah, don't forget about the power of prayer. Don't forget to focus. New beginnings are happening with this new moon in Taurus. Don't forget to stay in the abundance mindset. Delight is available to you. Pleasure is available to you as well. Going back to the money, don't forget to save as well. And congratulations to those who have went without for a while, and now you're about to probably get it on around the full moon in Scorpio happening in May. 2, and be careful, like I said before, if there's somebody toxic that was out of your life, but now they're coming back into your life, be careful who you let into your energy. Again, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Going back to the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck here. Again, also, don't forget, stay out of this lack mindset. 5 of Pentacles, like you're a person urinating in the street. You're not. You need to be in the abundance mindset. And if you did have a setback, 6 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles reversed, if you had a setback, don't let that get to you. It's only temporary because the celebration is coming. As I said before, new beginnings are coming. It's happening. You just have to believe in the power of prayer. And don't forget throughout the process to block out distractions. That is all I have for you. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.